I just want to say that Marina Mabrey is a bum.
So Marina Mabrey has responded. Best way to respond is by just laughing about it.
I'm going to help with her skill level. It's a skill issue for
Jacy Sheldon and Marina Mabrey have finally broken their silence after facing possible suspension threats, and the situation is causing major waves across the WNBA. Mabrey held nothing back, going on Instagram with a heated rant where she called out critics as delusional and stood firmly by what she did. At the same time, Sheldon has remained completely quiet, offering no statements or posts at all, which has only fueled speculation among fans about what might be going on behind the scenes.
In the third quarter, Sheldon poked her in the eye. Again, this is something we see all the time. They were on each other. They were talking. It was trashy. The superstar like MJ, unstoppable.
It seems like she might be preparing some kind of damage control or possibly something even bigger behind the scenes. One thing is clear though, June 18th, 2025 has now been etched into WNBA history. What was expected to be an intense, high-stakes game between the Connecticut Sun and the Indiana Fever quickly turned into something else entirely. It became a chaotic scene that brought to light many of the deeper issues within the league.
Fracas occurred in the fourth quarter, it took, the referees like 10 minutes to decide what to do. They ended up ejecting a bunch of players.
This is the reason why we haven't seen Caitlin at 100%. We haven't seen her as quick as we saw her last season.
The way the league deals with player conduct has come under serious scrutiny. By the time the third quarter began, the game had completely fallen apart, with basketball no longer being the main focus. Instead, fans saw rising tension, careless plays, and emotional reactions that quickly took over the spotlight and dominated the headlines. Now all eyes are on the situation, and the WNBA can't ignore what's happening anymore.
I just want to say that Marina Mabrey is a bum, and I own her. She shoved me like that was going to change the score. Next time, try guarding me instead of throwing tantrum.
It all began with Jacy Sheldon, and the situation quickly spiraled out of control. What initially looked like solid, tight defense soon crossed the line into something much more aggressive. Sheldon didn't just pressure Caitlin Clark, she directly poked her in the eye. This wasn't some small, accidental contact. It was a hit severe enough that even fans watching from home could feel how painful it must have been.
This is the reason why we haven't seen Caitlin at 100%. We haven't seen her as quick as we saw her last season.
Clark, never one to tolerate that level of disrespect, immediately fired back, shoving Sheldon while giving a glare that seemed to say, "Are you serious right now?" From that instant, it was obvious that this game was far from ordinary. And then...
So Marina Mabrey has responded to to everything that's going on in my opinion, the best way possible.
Then Marina Mabrey entered the fray. As if the eye poke hadn't been enough, Mabrey chose to take the chaos to an entirely new level. During a dead ball moment, when tensions should have been easing, she charged at Caitlin Clark and delivered a full-force body check. This wasn't a simple shove or accidental bump. It was intentional, violent, and shocking. Clark slammed hard onto the hardwood, and the arena fell silent for a moment before erupting in reaction. The message was unmistakable. This wasn't just basketball anymore. This was a bold, aggressive statement that had clearly crossed the line.
Probably the best way to respond. I mean that, best way to respond.
The arena went completely silent, frozen in shock, before bursting into disbelief. Caitlin Clark spoke very little after the game, offering just a few quiet words. But honestly, what could she really say? Commentators were left struggling to process the chaos, while referees scrambled desperately to restore order. Technical fouls flew in every direction, handed out as if on a clearance sale, but by that point, the damage was already done. This was no longer just a basketball game. It had turned into a battlefield, with Caitlin Clark standing firmly at the center of the storm.
You're never going to survive. You're never going to survive in sport, in the world of sport, especially when your sport is relevant now, in the world of sport and social.
The aftermath was pure chaos. Technical fouls were handed out left and right. One on Caitlin Clark, one on Marina Mabrey, and even veteran Tina Charles got caught up in the frenzy. Jacy Sheldon received a flagrant one for the obvious eye poke. Yet somehow Mabrey's full-body shove was downgraded to just a technical. Fans were in disbelief. Analysts were left speechless, and everyone began questioning whether the referees were even watching the same game.
Thing about it, like pretending that it does.
The post-game chaos didn't calm down. It erupted even further, with Marina Mabrey right at the center. While most players might have stayed quiet and let things settle, Mabrey grabbed the spotlight without hesitation. She went live on Instagram alongside teammate Sonia Rivers and launched a verbal takedown that set social media ablaze for days. This wasn't just a reaction. It was a bold, unmistakable statement.
Want this to go to that extreme level where now people are saying just crazy things, because this has been around in the WNBA for a long time. It's a really aggressive.
Damned if I do, damned if I don't. That's how Marina Mabrey opened her remarks. Anyone hoping she would back down or soften her words was quickly proven wrong. Her frustration poured out raw, fierce, and unapologetic. She went all out on her critics, labeling them delusional and even suggesting some might need psychiatric help. Harsh? Absolutely, but Mabrey wasn't there to sugarcoat anything. For her, this was about loyalty. She was standing up for her teammate, Jacy Sheldon.
Never going to survive if you don't have that type.
And then there was Jacy Sheldon, Mabrey's complete opposite. While Marina made her voice heard loudly and boldly, Sheldon remained completely silent. As social media erupted with outrage, fans calling for her suspension and accusing her of dirty play, Sheldon offered nothing. No statement, no apology, not a single post. Just silence, leaving everyone to wonder what she was thinking, or if she even cared at all.
NBA has been physical. It's been physical since its inception. These women are ball players, and they play the game like ball players play the game. And that requires, at times, being physical. Sometimes there are moments where you feel like the physicality is unwarranted.
You're never going to survive in sport, in the world of sport. Her silence said more than any words could, leaving everyone speculating. Was Jacy Sheldon dodging accountability? Or was she strategically waiting for the outrage to die down? Either way, the backlash was intense. Critics condemned her as unsportsmanlike, and fans began questioning whether she could handle the pressure. In moments of chaos, saying nothing makes your silence a story in itself. Social media erupted into a full-blown battle within hours. Hashtags like #BanMabrey and #JusticeForClark were trending everywhere, dominating timelines. Fans were sharply divided. Some stood firmly behind Caitlin Clark, seeing her as a victim of outright aggression, while others defended Jacy Sheldon and Marina Mabrey, viewing them as fierce competitors caught in an uncontrollable firestorm. At the same time, the WNBA's No Space for Hate campaign suddenly felt empty as the online chaos escalated into a situation the league clearly wasn't prepared to handle. For Caitlin Clark, June 18, 2025, was more than a game. It was a brutal reminder of the physical and emotional toll she bears as the WNBA's biggest star. The chaotic matchup with Jacy Sheldon and Marina Mabrey left her sidelined with injuries while the league struggled to respond. Social media exploded, fans were divided, and the WNBA's No Space for Hate campaign felt hollow as slow. Token punishments fueled outrage. Amid the chaos, teammates like Sophie Cunningham stepped up to protect Clark, but the incident exposed deeper issues around player safety and league credibility. Clark's star power drives the league, yet reliance on a single superstar is unsustainable. The WNBA now faces a choice: evolve and protect its players or risk losing trust and momentum.